All right, so the second video of the day that I have posted for the NHL trade deadline is regarding Vinny Trochek, the centerman from the Florida Panthers, is being moved in a massive deal to the Carolina Hurricanes in return for winner Lucas Wallmark, centerman Erik Haula, and two prospects, that being of defenseman Chase Priskie and centerman Eetu. Luostarinen. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name right, but just off the bat, this is a massive deal, and this might not be the first time that Vinny Trochek gets moved today, because there's already speculation that he can possibly be moved once again, but this time from Carolina to a team like Minnesota for one of Matt Dumba or Jonas Brodin, which I find really surprising given the fact that Florida especially has been lacking defense all season. So if this happens and there's a second trade, then why wouldn't Florida be that team to do it unless it just figured that they could make that work if Carolina had this all planned out? But that is yet to be seen. But I'm going to just break this down now in case that second trade does not come to fruition. So then this is where things would lie. But Vinny Trochek has been shouldn't say fantastic, but a really solid player for the Panthers throughout his career. He's unfortunately been injury prone this and last season. And last season he only played 55 games. Just got a little bit over 30 points. And this season he's at 55 games right now. But he's been healthier, and he has in 55 games played this year, the 26-year-old centerman has 10 goals, 26 assists for 36 points, and his career high was 75 points 2 years ago when he was healthy. So the potential is there for a guy like Trochek to hit that 60-plus point mark once again in the future. And then the return, Lucas Wallmark, the 24-year-old centerman. In 60 games played this year, he has 11 goals, 12 assists for 23 points. Wallmark I've really been a fan of for Carolina. He's been a very valuable piece in their lineup, really wherever they put him, but especially bottom six guy. He contributes offensively and isn't a defensive liability by any means. And in my opinion, I feel that there's still room to grow when it comes to him being a young forward and all. And then you have Erik Haula, who I was so happy with the hot start they had to the season with looking like goal per game at first, but then the injuries have once again plagued this guy, unfortunately. And Haula, the 28-year-old forward, in 41 games played this year, has 12 goals, 10 assists for 22 points, and he only played 15 games last season when he was a member of the Vegas Golden Knights. But the year before that, in his first season with Vegas, I believe he had 55 points and including 29 goals. So can't complain there. But Haula, it's all about health when it comes to him, and hopefully he can stay healthy for Florida for the remainder of the season and help them with their playoff push. But then Trochek has a cap hit of $4.75 million for not just this season, but the next two seasons as well. Wallmark is an RFA at the end of the year, but he's only costing $675K, so that's a steal big time. And then Haula is a UFA at the end of the season at $2.75 million. So just those alone, that makes perfect sense for both sides, in my opinion. And I think that as this looks right now, the Panthers won the trade just with the amount of return they get. But Carolina, this helps them tremendously. Whether they decide to flip Trochek and move him again before the deadline ends today, or they keep him, Trochek has had a healthier season and will hopefully contribute to them in their top 6, top 9, wherever they put him, because Carolina is pretty deep offensively as it is. So it's only going to benefit them. And then you have the prospects going to the Florida Panthers, starting off with the centerman Eetu in 44 games played this year with the Charlotte Checkers in his first season in North America. He, in 44 games played, he has 8 goals, 17 assists for 25 points. He was a second-round pick, 42nd overall in the 2017 draft. The 21-year-old forward looks like he could definitely be something special. In my opinion, I would say his ceiling right now is top 9 at top 6 centerman with upside. So we'll see what happens, but I have heard his name around quite a bit since he's been drafted. So I don't think he's a bad prospect by any means, and I feel that he is definitely a guy that is added to the deep prospect pool that the Panthers have when it comes to forwards as it is. So it's only going to make them stronger. And then you have the defenseman, Chase Priskie. He's an interesting story because he was drafted in the 6th round by the Washington Capitals, and the 23-year-old defenseman now, in 52 games played with the Charlotte Checkers with his first season with the Checkers as well, first season in the AHL, and 52 games played, has 6 goals, 25 assists for 31 points. So he has really blossomed, come out of nowhere after playing multiple years with Quinnipiac. And overall, he looks like he can be something too, diamond in the rough type guy, and has really stepped up big for the Checkers. And the Checkers have been pretty good the past couple of years especially. So we'll see how he transitions going from the Checkers to the Panthers AHL system, and just team as a whole, if he will continue to thrive there, or will he take a step back? Was he more of a product with just the Checkers? That is yet to be seen, but I think that he is definitely another solid pick that really came out of nowhere. So overall, I think that the Panthers won this trade, but not by a whole lot. They did get a big return, but the ceiling is there for Trochek. Now it's just a matter of if he's going to get flipped or not. And either way, this really benefits Carolina, because if they do flip him and say get at tops and Matt Dumba, that is going to be huge for them with Dougie Hamilton being out with injury. So overall, I think it was a very strong trade. Really surprising one. Was not expecting a deal like that to happen today. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you like, dislike, feel iffy about the trade. If you're a fan of Carolina or the Panthers, and I will be back really soon. We'll find out if Trochek will get flipped again, or if not, then this will be the deal of the day regarding him. So like I said, let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, all those great things if you like this video, and I will be back again shortly.